Hi, I'm Louise, and this is the Pilates for Busy People weekly show. This week I talked to Carla, who at the beginning of 2019 took part in my 7-day Beginners Pilates challenge. A great way, if you can't commit to a regular class, to learn the basic techniques and some of the moves of Pilates. Learning on your own is one of the main reasons people don't give it a go, but if you can't commit to a class, then do have a listen to Carla and see how she gets on. So let's get on with the show. Hi, and welcome to this week's Pilates for Busy People show. And this week I have Carla with me. So Carla, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Morning. And just tell us a little bit about yourself, Carla, and what you do and your life.
Well, until recently I was employed, currently unemployed.
Oh
no. It was just one of those things that the job just didn't work out. I was working for a friend and
oh dear.
It wasn't quite the same. It didn't work out. So we parted ways here, and I still do the odd hour or two for her. So, which actually is very good because the job was actually causing me a lot of pain.
Right.
Because it was standing all day.
Right, and you've had back problems, haven't you? And
yeah, I've had back problems for 35 plus years.
Oh, Carla. Right.
And it didn't help when 7 years ago I fell and I broke my back. So that didn't help.
Not really.
No. So obviously I got referred to physio and what have you. And last year I was in a lot of pain again, and I went for a CT scan, and my 5th vertebrae has collapsed onto my 4th vertebrae, and it's trapped a nerve.
Yes, yeah, I've heard of that quite a lot.
Right, obviously I got medication for it, I got pain relief for it, but nowadays what they're trying to do is they give you alternatives to medication. And I was sent to a physio for pain relief.
Yeah.
So now, unfortunately, the classes, well, it wasn't a class, it was a 1-to-1 session, and unfortunately it was sort of every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really an awful lot, and I would come home with a sheet of paper for exercises that I had to do.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been doing that for about 7 or 8 months.
And in that 6 weeks, you can actually get the exercises quite wrong if you've just got a sheet of paper in front of you, can't you? So it's
very much so, definitely. And not only that, you think, you know, nobody's watching me. I'm not accountable to anybody. So quite often, you know, I would skip. You know.
And I get that, and that's, you know, any excuse for us, all of us, even me included, not to do something is quite easy. So it was this year, didn't you? You signed up for the 7-day beginners challenge that I run.
Right.
So is that what made you sign up for it? Because you knew it would be, excuse me, good for your back?
Yes, because in the last couple of months with the physio, she was then saying, right, these are Pilates moves that we're giving you now. And what we have to do now, I've got no core stability. Because it being my lower back, I seize up constantly in my lower back. So we then realised that I have no core stability. So that's when we started to work on it. And I don't know how I got hold of you.
I'm out there.
Yeah, you kind of popped up one day, and I just thought, oh, that's what I need. And that was the reason why, you know, I signed up for it, because it just happened at the right time.
Perfect. And these things do. It's got a funny knack, hasn't it, of turning up when you need these things. So basically, for those of you that don't know, it's a 7-day challenge, and we literally every day you get a new video, don't you, through email, learning the techniques and then some of the moves of Pilates, but very, very basic. And so how did you find the videos?
Excellent. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing them.
Good.
And it was good because the fact you were doing them live, and I made a concentrated effort to try and be there for every night that you were doing it for.
So
And
yeah, so I did it. So we had a Facebook group, didn't we, for the challenge? Which
right.
yeah, and every night I came in and went live, so you could ask any questions that you had. So although you're doing it online, and yes, there's no one watching you specifically, you could ask the questions, and that helped, I assume.
It did, yeah, because I do believe I emailed you a few times with some questions, and you were very quick in your response, which was great. So the support is definitely there.
Yeah.
And as well with the Facebook group, I found that you got chatting to others as well, and it's a good community. It was a good feeling knowing that you're doing that. You're doing these exercises for the first time, but you're not alone.
Yeah. Because it is quite daunting, and there's so much. I mean, I tried to break it down in the videos, but there is so much to think about just to stand up straight, isn't there? and engage your core.
It is. I mean, I even get up in the middle. Well, sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll get up in the middle of the night. I'll not put the light on, but I'll actually just stand there concentrating on my core and breathing. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning I'm doing that, but
That why my ears are burning at night.
It could be, yes, definitely.
So actually, we talked about the Facebook group. So the other thing was, what was really nice in the Facebook group, when you've done your video, you sort of all went in and said, I've done it today and I had these problems. So that was really
right.
And as you say, it gives you that accountability. But again, if you're not on Facebook, it doesn't matter. You can still do it through just doing the emails. So how did you feel at the end of the challenge? Did you feel confident? Okay, you just had the basics. It wasn't enough to sort of practice, but did you feel confident with what you'd learned?
I think that with having the basics there and having the support, I just felt that I wanted to take it further.
Yeah.
So when the email came through for the beginners course,
yeah,
I just thought I jumped at it. I just thought, oh, I'm having some of that, and I just signed up for it. So no, it was good.
Yeah, and how is the beginners course going, Carla?
I have my moments. I'm still on video 5, which is really, I'm beginning to think, well, maybe I'll just move on to video 6 just to get moving again.
Yeah.
Because I've had a few issues with video 5, but perseverance.
So again, the beginners course is 10 videos, and they're all 10 minutes long, aren't they? So they're not. It doesn't take that much of your time. But
no.
you are doing. So I know there's another lady who's nearly finished and started at the same time as you, but you do it at your own time, and that's what's really. You can go to a class sometimes, and actually as a teacher, sometimes you have to teach to the lowest person, whereas people might be racing ahead and they start to get bored. So it's a really nice way of doing it yourself, and it goes over the basics again, doesn't it? So
it does. It does. And what I try and do is I try and do 10 repetitions of everything, and once I've reached that goal, that's when I move on to the next video.
Perfect. I love that idea. I might have to nick that one. For people on the course. Good. So when did you tend to fit it into your day? Did you have a time that you did it? And again, with the beginners course, do you have a time where you did it?
With the beginners course, I do it in the evening, after I've walked the dogs, after I've had dinner, and once my husband settles down with the TV, because he steals the remote control. So I get no choice in the matter. So once he's settled down, I nip upstairs and get into my jammies and do my Pilates.
Yeah, fantastic. And also, because you have made that connection in the Facebook group, so the 7-day beginners one isn't on anymore, but you still can go into the other Facebook groups and still keep the accountability and ask the questions.
That's right, because obviously at the moment there's that one we're doing it for the whole of March. Which is really good as well.
So don't worry too much about it. But that's a really good point there, because it's actually not beating yourself up if you do miss it for a day, but just starting again the next day and sort of carrying on.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
So it's really good. So you enjoyed the challenge, and that just got you into the beginners course, and hopefully when you've done your beginners course, you'll be able to carry on, whether it's online or courses or classes or whatever. So that's fantastic. And physically, has it helped you back?
Definitely. I have reduced my medication.
Brilliant.
I used to be on quite a lot of medication. I'm now down to 1 tablet a day.
Fantastic. So that's brilliant for everything, mind and body, isn't it? So it's
definitely.
Really,
I mean, if I don't exercise for 2 days in a row, I do get pain. So,
but actually, by doing sort of the exercise you're doing and strengthening your core, if you do ultimately have to have an operation or something, you have got the fitness there to recover quicker. So that's really
definitely. I have noticed a lot of difference, even in the way that I walk.
Yeah.
When I'm out walking the dogs, I'm more aware of how I'm walking.
And that's just me sitting up tall then. but you become so body aware, and actually you'll start to notice it in other people as well. So.
Hopefully.
Well, that's brilliant, Carla. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us.
Thank you for having me.
That's a pleasure, and you've been a star in the 7-day challenge and the beginners course, so keep going with it.
I will.
And we'll have you back on another time just to see how, when you're in the membership maybe, and
yeah, once I've got rid of the double chins.
Thank you so much.
Okay then, take care.
I hope Carla has inspired you that you too can learn Pilates at home. So this week's movement challenge is to sign up and take part in the 7-day Beginners Pilates Challenge. I'll post the link below. Let me know how you're getting on using the hashtag Movement Challenge on Instagram and on Twitter. So don't miss next week's show. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next week.